2026 is about to be the year that girls start approaching guys. Because look at this article. The Young and the Dateless, Why Gen Z and Millennial Men Aren't Approaching Women Anymore. So yes, everybody's talking about it, everyone's noticing, and the girls are starting to change behavior. And that is why me and my friends printed out business cards with our phone numbers on it that says call me. So we're leading the charge because we're not going to wait for people to come to talk to us because that's so lame.
They say men have disappeared. They say no one approaches anymore, no one tries, no one steps up. But what if men didn't disappear? What if they learned to protect themselves? What you're about to hear explains why so many men are choosing silence over risk.
And you gotta play hard to get because men love the chase. They actually don't anymore, okay? They are not fucking with the chase anymore, let me tell you. Ladies, it has changed, okay? And look, I'm not actually unhappy about all of it. It's been ingrained in us as young women that not to be too easy, right? And that men love the chase and that they're only going to want you if you don't want them. And you got to play hard to get it, right? And I've always thought it was bullshit, honestly. I don't want to. That takes too much work, you know? But now it's gone too far the other way, where they want us to literally do all the work instead. It is unfortunate that both men and women are getting fed horrible advice, horrible information from both sides. That's really honestly pitting us against each other. Let's just literally treat both men and women the same, like how we want to be treated, equally, and I think we'll be good, right? People inflate this idea of like men and women are so different to be really something that it's not. Both men and women don't want people who cheat. We both don't want to do all of the work, right? It has to be 50-50 at least when it comes to effort. We both don't want to have to play hard to get. We both don't want people who gaslight us. Like, it's simple things. And I feel like this red pill and then a lot of the misandrist, stuff that women are getting shoved down their throats on TikTok that you might not even notice, but is subconsciously, leaking in. I think people aren't realizing how much that can actually affect. And then not only that, but how wrong it actually is.
This is one of the most lucid takes because it admits the game is exhausting. Men no longer want to chase mixed signals or compete for artificially inflated attention. The mistake, however, is believing everything must be 50-50 from the start. Healthy relationships require complementarity, not emotional accounting. The traditional man doesn't run from effort, but he rejects games, manipulation, and disinterest disguised as self-worth. When women learn that mutual effort starts with respect and clarity, not tests, men naturally step back into leadership. Male withdrawal is a response, not the cause.
I just want to talk about the men not approaching women thing. If you are a man and you are watching this, you have to be not afraid to be rejected. That's part of the game. That's part of being a man. You have to be okay with being rejected. You can't be a beta. You can't be a pussy. You have to go up to women and be fine if she says no. That's it. And it's not a reflection on you. She's just not into you if she says no. But go up to women. If you see a cute girl at the gym, there's ways you can go up to women that aren't creepy. Like, you can be like, hey, do you need a spot? Like, say something about their form, or just say hi. Just say hi. It's so easy. If a girl's looking at you at a bar, go up to her. She wants you. If you see a cute girl at a bar, go up to her. You don't even have to buy her a drink. Just say hi. Compliment something about what she's wearing. Compliment, her hair, anything. It's not that hard. It's very easy. You just have to be not scared of getting rejected is the thing. That is part of being a man. So what? You want us to go up to you? So the girls have to not be scared to get rejected? That's what it's come to? No. As a man, you're the one that has to put yourself out there and be okay getting rejected. That's the risk that you take by being a man. So man up, everyone. Pull up your pants, find your man card, okay? Because I think you lost it. And go up to a girl this weekend.
Here, male rejection is romanticized as a mandatory right of masculinity. The problem is that the world changed, but the speech didn't. Today, rejection isn't just a no. It can turn into public embarrassment, an online video, or a moral accusation. Responsible men don't avoid approaching out of weakness, but out of risk assessment. Courage without wisdom is recklessness. A man of value doesn't need to prove his masculinity by approaching strangers in hostile environments. He invests his energy where there is reciprocity, respect, and proper context. Demanding men take risks while society demonizes them isn't maturity. It's irresponsibility disguised as bravado.
Reasons men will not approach you. If you go out and men rarely approach you, you're doing it right. Contrary to what you might think, if you go out and you are constantly approached, you need to do the hokey pokey and turn your ass back around. Men do not approach what they feel they will be rejected by and what they feel they cannot afford. It's not your resting bitch face. It's the fact that they know they cannot afford you. If you're feeling discouraged when you go out because men do not approach you, I'm here to tell you you're doing all the right things. The point is not to get approached by every man. The point is to get approached by the right type of man. And if you're sitting there thinking, I could really give two flying Fs what men think, then this video obviously isn't for you. But let's not shame the women who are wondering why men aren't approaching them. Whether you want to believe it or not, a man will look at you and within the first 5 seconds know if he's going to approach you. He will do a full up and down, seeing, am I attracted to this woman and can I afford her? If the answer to either of those is no, he's not going to approach you. And if you're sitting there thinking, I'm always approached, oh my God, you look cheap, you look easy, and you look like you're going to say yes no matter what the hell they do. Getting approached by every man at the bar, club, or venue is not a good thing. One is better than all. Always. None, in my opinion, but if you want it, I love you.
The first woman tries to flip reality on its head. She says men don't approach because they can't afford certain women, when in truth, many men avoid approaching today because experience and the social climate taught them the risk isn't worth it. It's not fear of financial rejection, it's fear of humiliation, exposure, accusations, and ego games. When a woman presents herself as inaccessible, superior, or hostile, a prudent man gets the message and walks away. This isn't a lack of male value, it's discernment. A serious man doesn't seek cheap validation or enter spaces where the emotional and social cost of a simple hi is too high.
I don't know, my dream guy, the man I want to spend the rest of my life with, isn't going to pick me up at the bar. My dream guy isn't going to ask me to put my last name and a descriptive feature of me in my bio. No, like, how many people are you talking to if you need, like, more than just my name? I don't know. My dream guy isn't going to try to hold my hand when I've known you for 10 minutes. My dream guy isn't going to try to kiss me the first time I've ever seen you. What? There's the door. When I'm in the middle of telling a story, my dream guy isn't going to go, wait, let me tell my story first, and then you can keep rattling on. When I say I want to go down the Boston Cop slide and go through the 3-second action of pulling it up on my phone because it's the most recent thing I looked up, my dream guy isn't going to completely check out of the conversation and change the topic. He's not going to say, oh, what kind of music do you listen to? And then not listen to my answer. That's just not my guy. My dream guy, when I say I just got out of a 3-year relationship 10 days ago, isn't going to say, oh, so you need me. I just have standards, and Mans was not meeting it. I don't like when anyone approaches me at the bar. Personally, I'm there to be with my friends. Obviously, people go to the bar for different reasons. I go to talk to my friends, personally.
This woman describes valid standards of respect, but ignores the central contradiction. She goes to bars, socially understood as flirting spaces, and resents men for acting accordingly. Attentive men learn quickly. If everything is grounds for criticism, the smartest move is not to act. When every gesture can be labeled invasive, rushed, or inappropriate, the prudent man backs off. The issue isn't standards, but the lack of coherence between the chosen environment and the expectations. A serious man looks for women who communicate clarity and openness, not silent lists of mistakes he only discovers after being judged.
Unfortunately, ladies, I have to say that I agree with some men. We have made it really hard for men to approach us. We have so many double standards, it's actually crazy. Hear me out. You want him to approach you, but when he approaches you, you feel disrespected. Let's unpack that for a second. If a man wants to sleep with you, why are you feeling disrespected? You are now taking past experiences and projecting it onto this man, and he might be a great man. First off, let's acknowledge that there is shame for women That's the first thing. So if you feel shameful for wanting such a thing, that's yours and you're projecting it onto him. Second thing, if you think that doing that means you're disrespecting yourself, that is a belief that you have. And third, you might just have the belief that if a man wants to sleep with you, he is disrespecting you. But then also if he doesn't hit on you and doesn't court you, you're upset about it. Which is it? Let's unpack it.
So I go out with my single friend, you know what I mean? Because most of them are single. And I'm observing when I go to the club, when I go out to bars, whatever I'm doing with my single friends. I'm seeing men not approach women, like, at all. Like, why not shoot your shot? Like, there's so many single people out here. Why not? I see people are in their little bubble and they stick to their little bubble. There is no men shooting the shot. Where is it? Back in the day, men would attempt. Now, I see nothing. A woman would be next to a man and nothing, no conversation. They're in a little bubble. What the fuck is it? Let me know.
This woman's surprise shows a disconnect from modern male reality. Men still observe, evaluate, and feel attraction, but they've learned to stay quiet. Silence isn't apathy, it's self-protection. Many tried before and were ignored, mocked, or treated like a nuisance. A man who thinks long-term understands that one wrong approach today can cost him his reputation, peace, or even his job tomorrow. Staying in your own bubble has become a sign of maturity, not cowardice. When the social environment punishes male initiative disappears. That's not a mystery, it's a logical outcome.
So I made a post that said, men and men only, why don't you approach women anymore? Expecting to hear why men don't approach women. And I've gotten a lot of responses from men. A lot of them saying something like, for 15 years, women have said they hate men. Comments about the bear conversation. One person even said that it's dang near a felony. And I just didn't understand that. But I made that post to really get a gauge on why I don't see men approaching. I just wanted to know specifically me, honestly. But I did get a glimpse of how men view women, how they view approaching women. A lot of the consensus that I'm getting is it's either out of fear of rejection because of what they see in society on social media. I can understand that, and now I'm more understanding why there's an epidemic in male loneliness. So I want to know your thoughts, men and women alike. What do you think? How do you think the discourse online about opposite sex is affecting male and female loneliness and the marriage rates?
Here lies the root of the problem. Years of hostile rhetoric toward men have produced withdrawal, distrust, and loneliness. When a man repeatedly hears he's a threat, a problem, or a potential criminal, he internalizes the warning and steps back. Fewer approaches. Rising male loneliness and collapsing relationships aren't accidents. They're side effects of a narrative that broke trust between the sexes. The traditional man values marriage, family, and commitment, but he won't offer himself where he's viewed with suspicion. Relationships require mutual emotional safety, and that starts with the language we use.